Hello and welcome to the Thorney race. This is the Thorney Keith Hall Memorial 10 kilometre 2021 virtual race, and I'm here with race director Laura Greenwood. Hi Laura. So this is a very different race this year. Normally we'd be in the hall behind us, we'd be playing rock music to people, getting them motivated, selling cakes to the spectators and tea and coffee, and there'd just be a real big buzz around the place, wouldn't there? How has that changed this year, and what have Thorney Running Club had to do to adapt to the pandemic?
Lots. Running normally is quite a solo event. We like the solitude, we run to get away from people, we run on our own, we like the headspace, the mental health element of it, and that hasn't changed in the pandemic. We still run on our own, we still enjoy that. What we have missed is the getting together for events like this, where we all run together and they encourage each other, and the camaraderie and the feel-good factor and the positive vibes we get off each other. We can't do that at the moment, we haven't done that for 12 months, but we can do virtual events like this and inter-club events. We've done a lot of virtual stuff, all running at different times, posting stuff online to each other, sharing stories about our runs. We can still do that, like this event, like a virtual event. So in the sense it has changed in many respects, but in some respects running's still running, and it hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, so the Thorney has adapted quite nicely to run.
Some bits we're good at, some bits we're not so good at, but we have tried to adapt.
Excellent. And how have you had to change the planning of a race like this? Because obviously a virtual race is very different to an actual.
Very different. We still need a race licence, we still need insurance, we still need a risk assessment. All those sorts of things haven't changed. We still need medals. All that hasn't changed. But in many respects it's a lot easier doing a virtual event. It's a bit like winding up a clockwork toy. I've wound it all up, and now people can just go and do it themselves this weekend. I've had to step back now, which is very, very odd.
It sounds almost too easy, really.
It's easier. It's different. It's just a change.
Okay, so I know that at this time of year you're normally very much in a panic, worrying that the smallest little detail isn't quite going to pan out how you planned it, and yet they all go so smoothly, and that's largely credit to all the hard work you put in it. Other than the panic right now, what would you be feeling if you were doing the actual race right now?
Panic, I think, Matthew. It's a bit like herding frogs. You're trying to get marshals on board, you're trying to get the medals, the water, the first aid, the parking, the adjudicators. It's all sort of chaos. It's just trying to organise people, and people jump sideways and you've got to sort of chivvy them along. But it's a really good team effort. There's some wonderful people who do it all. I don't do it all. I'm just the person at the front. There's so many people behind doing all the hard work. It's just getting everybody together that's the hard bit.
So has it been easier or harder?
It's been different. In some respects it's been easier because it's not as difficult to organise, there's not so many elements, but in some respects it's harder because, as I say, I've had to step back, let people do it themselves, and that's a challenge.
Okay, but it's not all about the 10 kilometre run, is it? We do have a fun run as well, which we do over at Thorney Park, and I know, obviously I do the accounts, so I see invoices coming for certificates and medals and such like for the fun run. Does every competitor get that, or is that something that's only for the winners?
Oh no, every competitor gets a medal, and in the fun run every competitor gets a certificate as well as a medal. We're very much supporting everybody, no matter how fast or slow, that really doesn't matter. If you complete it, you get rewarded with a medal and a certificate.
So really you'd say that the fun run really is a fun run for people of all ages, especially children presumably, but an opportunity to just run in a non-competitive environment.
Running covers a whole multitude of people and abilities, so if you want to be fiercely competitive, yes you can. The race for the first slots in the different age groups is very, very competitive normally. People really do try hard. Then there's other people who want to be competitive within themselves, beat last year's time, that kind of thing. That's great as well. And then there's people who just want to get round, and that's fine too. So that it covers a multitude of things. Sibling groups, all sorts of groups. Children, older people, mums and children, all sorts of groups can do it.
Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to wander down to the roadside in a minute, and we're going to fire Marcus off on the starting line. We have Marcus with us here behind the cameras. He's a junior member of the Thorney Running Club, isn't he? And Marcus is going to shoot off the starting line, and we'll see if we can fire people off on the virtual race this weekend. So we'll head over to the roadside. Thank you.
Thank you.